For many decades, Russia has been a reliable supplier of rocket engines for American space programs. The legendary RD-180 and its modernized version, RD-181, became real workhorses for NASA, ensuring successful launches of launch vehicles with various payloads. However, in recent years, against the backdrop of well-known geopolitical events, cooperation in this area was curtailed at the initiative of the American side. And now ambitious China, which does not hide its far-reaching plans for space exploration, is showing interest in purchasing Russian high-tech rocket engines. If the deal for the sale of RD-181 engines really takes place, it could become a major event that would significantly strengthen the Celestial Empire's space ambitions. Moreover, possible close cooperation between Russia and China in the rocket industry could bring their partnership to a fundamentally new level, paving the way for the realization of bold joint projects. For Beijing, this is a chance to accelerate the development of its own space program thanks to access to advanced Russian developments and technologies. Combined with China's powerful industrial potential, they can make the country an unqualified leader in the global space industry. And for Russia, selling engines to China will become an important source of funding for the rocket and space industry after the loss of the lucrative U.S. market. Washington is already sounding the alarm, warning that the prospect of merging Russian advanced developments with China's manufacturing capabilities portends undesirable geopolitical shifts that threaten U.S. interests. The reaction is quite expected. After all, America is used to the role of hegemon, dictating terms to the rest of the world and jealously guarding its technological superiority. And here, the former rival partners decided to join forces despite the pressure from the West. In my opinion, the U.S. has nothing to be offended about. This is just a logical response of Russia and China to the destructive actions of the Americans, who have put an end to many years of fruitful cooperation in the space sphere. The unilateral termination of purchases of Russian rocket engines left Washington at a broken trough. Its developments have not progressed beyond the stage of experiments, and the usual supply channel has been cut off. Now all hope lies in the costly and long-term process of creating its own analogs to Russian technologies. At the same time, the rejection of Russian engines has become a kind of strategic miscalculation of the United States. For decades, the Americans have been buying advanced developments from us without any problems and using them to realize their ambitious plans for space exploration. The partnership was beneficial to both sides. Now, under the influence of political motives, they have decided to sever it rigidly, forgetting about pragmatism. The situation is paradoxical. Russia, which has been so successful in selling its engines to the West, has had a clear economic advantage from the breakup of relations. But the U.S. side, as a result of its own destructive actions, voluntarily lost an established channel for the supply of high-tech equipment. At the same time, the creation of an equivalent replacement will take a very long time and require huge investments. It is indicative that even when Russia and China merely discuss the possibility of a partnership in missile technology, the United States is irritated and apprehensive. What will happen when the synergistic effect of merging the capabilities of the two great space powers is added to their capabilities? It is obvious that the consolidation of Russia's and China's efforts at the forefront of high technology is an objective and inevitable phenomenon. These countries do not aim to inflict direct damage on anyone. They are simply forced to look for new ways of development under the pressure of Western sanctions and restrictions from Washington. And in such a situation, the rapprochement of our countries becomes an urgent necessity and a mutually beneficial process. Already now, the combined scientific, technical, and military-industrial potential of Russia and China exceeds the capabilities of the United States in a number of key areas. However, in the long term, our partnership could lead to a complete change in the balance of power on the global stage. And while Moscow and Beijing are only cautiously poking the ground for cooperation, Washington seriously fears a possible reenactor RD to build up our technological advantage. I would like to conclude this article by calling on our American partners to come to their senses and not to be swayed by temporary political ambitions. Let us better focus on developing mutually beneficial pragmatic cooperation for the benefit of all mankind, especially in such promising and significant areas as space exploration. After all, it is space technology that will define the face of the 21st century, ensuring scientific and technological progress that will benefit the lives of all Earthlings. Thank you for watching and paying attention. Put likes, Subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. I wish everyone a peaceful sky above their heads, good health, and realization of the most daring hopes.